This isn't the first citizen arrested by ICE and detained. They're just, well, not detained, kidnapped, because this is kidnapping, since ICE have no legal authority to do this. Though, if you've been paying attention to ICE since its formation under Bush after 9/11, you would see that they would eventually get to this point. Eventually, a president would be using them to remove anyone that they did not like, U.S. citizen or not. Uh, our government, the U.S. government, is a very fascist government, and ICE is just their Gestapo brown shirts.
Trump administration initially said that the ICE raids were only targeting dangerous criminals. That has not been the case. We are now hearing of a man taken into custody whose family says is a U.S. citizen born right here in Southern California. They talked to our Leo Stallworth, who is live with their story. Leo.
Yeah, ICE agents taking that man down and arresting him just outside of his business, which is right here. It's a tow yard that's been around for more than a decade here in Montebello. They took him down. Residents poured out, pleading with ICE to let him go. They obviously did not do that. They arrested him and took him away. His family wants to know where he is.
They should have done more than just plead, because people need to follow suit in LA and start fighting back, because these people are kidnapping and forcing people into concentration camps, either in the United States or in other nations. If you saw anyone else doing some human trafficking, which is what this is, you would want to try to fight back and not just plead with the kidnappers.
Here's more.
No one in this life should be going through stuff like this, and it breaks my heart.
This man sprinting to his close friend's nearby tow yard business yesterday after 3 p.m. in Montebello, where ICE agents, as seen in this surveillance video obtained by Eyewitness News, had his friend, Javier Ramirez, in handcuffs sitting on the ground with a bloody face. Agents also arresting an employee of the business.
He has diabetes. They screamed, I have my passport, I have my ID, I'm a U.S. citizen. They did not care.
This man says
Because it's not about people being legal or not. It's about our fascist government trying to remove as many POCs from the United States as possible, as well as anyone that speaks out against the government, because being white won't protect you from these people.
argued with the agents, pleading with them to free Ramirez, but they refused and even threatened to arrest him if he didn't back off.
Frustration, the stress, the pain, the suffering our people, any person is going through right now through this administration.
Family members of Ramirez horrified, not knowing where agents took their loved one without allowing him to take his insulin medication with him.
We've been trying to locate him. I don't know how he is, if he's even alive at all.
Yeah, how is this no different than kidnapping? People are being forcibly removed against their will from one location to another location, and no one being told where they're going. This is kidnapping. If anybody saw this on the street, it would be a whole different story, but somehow our government is allowed to kidnap people.
Dominguez says he and his brother have been operating a tow yard in Montebello for more than a decade. He says when ICE agents raided their business yesterday, his brother screamed this.
ICE, immigration, and they seemed like they were offended over that. As you can see in the video, they target him right away. They dropped him on the floor. There was two guys. He has a right to not get arrested because he's an American citizen.
This man says seeing agents slam Ramirez to the ground made him think of the federal agents who took down and handcuffed U.S. Senator Alex Padilla after he interrupted a news conference yesterday to ask questions of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem.
Well, it wasn't an interruption. He was legally allowed to ask questions. But this is how our government is turning, and it's because every previous government has done nothing to curtail the powers of the president or Congress or any of these trumped up law enforcement agencies like ICE. Every single administration has been continually increasing their abilities to do whatever they want, and we're expected to be surprised that the United States turns into a police state. This has been going on for decades now.
Imagine if they're taking down U.S. senators, Congress people, people that are specially elected for the state of California. If they're taking them down, who are they not willing to take down?
And it goes to show that being white isn't going to protect you anymore. So if you're a white lib dem, you should also be worried and want to be against ICE and the expanding powers of ICE, either be it by a corporate dem or a Republican.
The U.S. Attorney's Office claims that Ramirez assaulted an ICE agent and was arrested and is expected to be charged with